I don't golf, by the way. Okay, let's go have lunch. Come on, Colin, take a day off. And you say, no, I have an appointment, I have to go. It's the same way, boom. Then that goal, that objective of whatever you're trying to reach is magnetizing you. Bzzz. So whatever object comes like a gyroscope, when something comes in, block, pass, pin, you redirect the energy and keep going toward your goal. Do you see the martial arts application? If you're not familiar with Hubud, pick up our Devastating Fighting Secrets DVD. We show you how to redirect the incoming energy. So when someone comes in for the right hook, you send that on its way and you're in the kill zone. Okay? So, redirecting the energy with intention. So it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter. You can take, for example, your in-laws, your mother-in-law or your mother coming by. Now, I had a problem with that. She kept stopping in and she said, I know I'm supposed to call first, but I was in the neighborhood. She would always do that. Always. And it would upset me because, darn it, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. But hey, I'm busy working here. We're busy. We're busy. Our family's busy. We're busy. Okay? And if you call ahead and make an appointment, then I can actually give you time. Okay, to have dinner with you, to converse with you, give you quality time. But you just drop in when it's convenient for you. And then I'm going to give you distracted time because I've got other things on my mind and I'm going to resent you later. So I am by appointment only. And you should be this way too. By appointment only. I'll never forget when Seymour came by. I go downstairs to get a glass of water in the kitchen. My friend drops by. Hey, how's it going? I said, well, what are you doing here? Well, I just dropped by. Well, I'm not at anybody's beck and call. I'm very busy. I've come downstairs to get a glass of water. I've got work to do. I'm involved in an important study. I mean, I'm not just sitting around. Now, maybe you have weekends for that. Maybe you have an arranged day. Look, I veg out on the weekends. You stop by on Saturday or Sunday. That's cool. Okay? But you have time, and you set down the rules for your friends, for your family. It's out of respect. You see, I'm the same way. I will never drop in on anybody without calling them first. Hi there. Hey, we're going to be in your part of town. I'd like to see you. Do you have any time? You see the difference? So my rules for myself, I operate on those same rules for others. I'll respect those, even if they don't have them. You come on by anytime, and it doesn't matter. We're always welcome. I say, I'm going to call you first just in case. I don't want to just drop in. Maybe you're in the middle of doing something. How would I know? You know, maybe you're starting to make love and the bell rings. Or maybe you're just sitting down to a meal. Or maybe you're just involved in an important study or an important conversation. I'm not going to just drop in on you. You've said it's okay, but I'm going to call you first if you don't mind. By appointment only, and you should be a by appointment only person. You want to go see the king? You need an appointment, don't you? Why? Because he's a very busy and important man. You are busy and you are important. This is not an ego thing. I'm a king. It's not an ego thing. Okay? You're taught to believe that you're an asshole if you assert your rights. You're taught to believe that if you stand up, you're either a bully or you have to bend over and be a wimp. Hey, not a bully, not a wimp, not an asshole. I am a determined man who has rules that I follow. And those rules are rules of respect. My rules for me are you respect me and I'll respect you. Does that make sense? You've been programmed to think you have to be nice. Okay? There's more important than nice. There's right. There's efficiency. So this is really respecting you and respecting others, being by appointment only. So she came by, she kept doing this over and over and over again. Finally, one day I was out of my way to an appointment. She came in and I sat her down and I said, listen, why won't you respect me? You keep coming by unannounced without an appointment and it's rude and it interrupts us and I'm just on my way. I'm leaving right now and here you drop in. So I have a choice. I can either compromise and ruin my day and miss my appointment to make you happy, or I can leave. So I tell you, here's what I'm going to do. This is my home, and in my home we have my rules. In your home we have your rules. This is my home. And if you do this again, if you drop in again without an appointment, you will never be welcome here anymore. And to see me, you'll need to call me, and we'll go meet at a restaurant somewhere. If you do this, you will never be welcome here again, and this is final. Now, I never raised my voice. I talked to her just like I'm talking to you now. Okay? Now, all the reaction, all the crying, all the upset, I just remained cool. Kind of like, can you imagine just, look at me now. Now, let's say right now there was a blowing snowstorm. I mean, wind, hail coming down, and I just maintained in the Mushin state. By choice, I remain mindless. See, you're so used to reacting. She always does this, and she always does that. Here's some more Sovereign King information. Never explain, complain, or apologize. Never have to. Never have to. That doesn't mean I won't. I explained. I said, you continue to do this, even though you know it's wrong. Even though you know I have asked you Time and time again. Matter of fact, you come in and say, I know I was supposed to call first, but I was in the neighborhood, so I stopped by. You do it once or twice a week. You interrupt our schedule, and we resent you later for it because we've had to stop and make time for you. Would you please not do that anymore? And again, you do it. Every time I ask you, do it again. So this is your final warning. If you do it again, then you won't be welcome here anymore. Well, I'm coming over anyway. Well, if you do come over anyway and you're not welcome here, and I find you pounding on the door, I will call the police and have you removed for harassing me. You'll be trespassing on private property. You'd say that to your own mother-in-law? Well, if she outright tells me she's going to violate my wishes at my home, why not? Now, hold on a minute. I know what you're thinking. This was actually, let me tell you something. I love people. I love my mother, okay? This was my mom. She understands it now. A year or two later, she said, you know what she said to me? She said, you know, son, you were right. I was selfish. And I just, I'm retired, and I just wanted to drop by and see you, and I love you, and you know what? You were right, and I'm proud of you, because you showed me, she said this, you showed me that I need to respect, Mom, I'll see you 5 days a week. Call me first, set a time, so I can enjoy you. See, she didn't get that at first. She was all hurt, okay? But I wanted this so that I could give her what she wanted, to see me. And I wanted to see her, but she's just coming in, boom, right in the middle of work, right in the middle of projects, meetings. I'm having private lessons. I got things going on, just dropping in. Okay? Can't do that. Got to set an appointment. Okay? So it's not rude. I love people. I never want to hurt their feelings or be rude, but I must retain a standard. There's no more room to write up here. Standard. Why? Because it's better for me and better for you. These are my rules. So if my standard was based on how they feel, well, it'll hurt their feelings. Then I'll end up complaining later, won't I? When I hear people complain about other people, the in-laws always do this. And we're seriously considering doing an entire DVD called In-Law Self-Defense, because everyone I've mentioned it to, even in jest, and I'm talking even millionaires here, have this problem. They can't handle their in-laws when it is so simple. The Mushin concept is so simple to handle it. So, I couldn't be moved by praise or by persecution or by yelling or anything else. You see, when you allow a standard to be set, there's a moment of control of how this relationship is going to be. Right away in the beginning of the establishment of any relationship, a standard is set by both parties. So if you set a standard of compromise and of being controlled, okay, the first thing I do if I'm going into someone's office, I'll say, sit down, take a seat. No, it's all right, I'll stand, thanks. I've been in the car driving, I need to stand for a bit. So let's get down to business. Right away I've taken control, haven't I? See, you can use this both ways. You can control others right away. Sit down, have a seat, make yourself at home. Okay? Now this isn't conscious, and I don't do this on my family and my dearest trusted friends. I don't need to. Okay? My guard isn't up. However, it's up the moment I step out of that inner circle. Life is like a target. Here's you. You, your wife and kids. If you have a wife and kids. If not, your most trusted and beloved. Right here. Boom. Your inner, most private, most trusted. Right here. Boom, that's you. Now here in this circle might be the next level out. Maybe your parents, your siblings, okay? Relatives. Again, they could be way out here. I don't know. If your father beat and molested you, he might not be in here, right? So I'm just giving you some examples. You fill it in what fits, okay? So here's the next level out, right? Now here might be the next level out. Your associates, maybe your workplace associates, good friends, neighbors, people that you relatively trust, but they're not here and they're not here, okay? The ones that call you in the middle of the night are the ones you'd call in the middle of the night to come get you out of jail, okay? The ones you trust implicitly, you see what I'm saying? You have your inner core and the next level out, then the next level out. Now here might be associates, people you see at church or people you see at the workplace that you're acquainted with. Acquaintance, hi, how are you? Nothing close, nothing too deep. And here might be society, right? Your county, city, state. Now here might be the world. See what I'm saying? So this in here is sovereign and needs to be protected. Now maybe your customers are out here, right? They're out here in the world, or in the world and in society. Okay? You don't bring a stranger off the street. In here, you have a standard here, and there's a gate around this. A little gate around here, and that standard, you're protecting the line. You're protecting your zone, okay? Like in jiu-jitsu in your triangle, okay? And you maintain that. There are those who would come in. Out here, the media, the controllers of the world, the in-laws, they just want to have free and easy access. Boom. No gate, no guard, no border, okay? They want in. So right away in a relationship, you establish that. You establish your triangle. I'm going to give you a drill now. When I did the fire walk, I first did it at Tony Robbins' seminar. It was great. Okay? And what was interesting is that they had these lines of people and a fire walk, I don't know, maybe 12 feet of hot burning coals, and they'd have people walk right across it, and every so often they would come in with a wheelbarrow of fresh hot burning coals. Okay? And sure enough, I'm in line. People have been walking. Those coals are kind of looking black, not red. People have been walking. When it's my turn, I go stop, and they come and they put a fresh bed of raging red coals. Oh boy, right? So that was my walk, fresh, baby. So, I mean, nothing has worn those things down. And what they taught you was to walk and to look, Dr. Latourette calls it hakalau, to look above and through. Like I talked about, the Chicago cop, and to look through when the bad guys approach you. They wanted you to maintain that vision here, to not look down here. Why? Well, they tell you, the Indy 500 race car drivers, when they're going through a skid on a turn, if they look at the wall, bam, they hit the wall. But if they look for the opening, then they'll go toward the opening. So this is a very key concept for Mushin, was to do the fire walk. Unfortunately, I had all that training already. I'm there instantly. I know just what you're talking about, Tony. Great, let's do it. No problem. So I look. Dun, 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 and they have these drums playing, dun, 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 that pump you up. And I do the fire walk, and I'm maintaining my Mushin and walk all the way through. But that's not enough. When I get home, I go, that was a great experience. That was great. But you know something? I was pumped up by probably the biggest motivator in the world. You can't get better than that. They had all this music and all these people. We had all this social proof. Everyone else is doing it. I can do it. Hey, I thought, I need to be able to have this as a skill. I need to be able to do it on my own. So, let's wait till the fall when the ground is cold and maybe some snow has just fallen so there won't be a fire hazard. Let's go out in the backyard and let's do a fire walk. So let's study it. So we get online and we find Tom Mozilla's firewalk video. He did it. He's a martial artist who did it. Incredible. Awesome. Great. Say, let's study it. Let's figure out how to do it. Then I want to do it myself. No music, no people, no doctors standing by. Let's do it. Then I'll know that I have it as a skill. So I did it. And we're doing it again this fall and videotaping because we didn't videotape it. Where were you, Jason? We should have videoed it. So we're going to videotape it for you. And of course, that'll come with all kinds of disclaimers. Do not try that at home. But we'll show you the whole process of just how we did it because I want it as a skill. If I can't duplicate, if I can't do it anytime, if I go to a seminar, if you're watching me right now and you get pumped up, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm going to be objective. Yeah, I'm going to walk straight. I'm going to keep a Mushin mind, an empty mind. I'll never be moved by passion or praise. I'll maintain my sovereignty and my standard, and I'll do so gently, the iron hand and the velvet glove, that's great. But then 2 days later, you forget about it, you get busy, you get stressed out, and the in-laws come over, or the guy down the hall who's vying for your job comes over and upsets you, and the moment you get agitated, you lose it all. So, maintaining the Mushin state. This is called the King's Cape drill. The King's Cape. I want you to imagine that you're a king walking in the palace, walking up to the throne. Now hold that thought in your mind for just a minute. How would a king walk? The first thing, ego. See, they try to train you right away. The moment you say, I can do it, they say, no, you can't. The moment they say king, you say, be humble. Programmed to be disempowered. So let's just cut that out of your mind right now. And I want you to just stand, and I want you to just bend your knees slightly. Lately in the DVDs, we'll show you full body warrior Chi Kung. But right now, I just want you to take a horse stance, okay? Bend your knees, turn your toes slightly in. Tuck your buttocks in. Straighten your back. Put your arms out. Put your hands up, okay? And stand. Now relax, okay? The butt's tucked in. You're not exerting yourself. And I want you to imagine that you're a king walking, and your cape is flowing behind you. Imagine when you walk, if you always had a big cape, the golden robe right here and the big cape behind you. And just breathe deep, down in the belly, down in the buttocks. And you're looking straight ahead, straight through. You can see everything in your peripheral, people, things, and you're just walking. You've got the king's cape on. There you go. Can you feel it? Now breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, down deep. Breathe out. Yeah. Now you're in a place of power. You don't get nervous when you see some beautiful girl or your enemy. You don't get nervous.